So we're going to start in a low lunge this week. We're going to square the hips. That's a really important step in a low lunge. So you have the back foot lined up nice and straight with the edge of your mat, if that's what you choose to do. And we're going to raise the arms. Now our focus is to stretch that hip flexor on the back leg. So we're raising the arms up, and we're going to add a twist here. So we bring the hand down, and we're maintaining the squareness in our hips here. So we're going to come out and come back into our low lunge, bring the hands down to the chest. And then we're going to switch sides. So we're going to bring the opposite foot onto the back and make sure it's nice and straight. We're going to square the hips so we're engaging the adductors of the hips here. We're going to raise the arms up, really suck the belly button to the spine, and you'll feel a little more intensely the stretch in the hip flexor. And then we're going to come down into a twist. So we're going to bring the hand onto the mat. And as we do that, you have the option to look straight if you're feeling unstable, or you can go ahead and bring your gaze up to your top hand. And come out, and then raise the hands up. If you want, you can add just a little bit of a back bend there. But you don't have to. And bring the hands back down to the chest. We're going to grab a blanket, and we're going to come into staff pose. The blanket is optional. It helps if you are feeling a little bit tight. A little bit of a lift in the seat will help to provide you to sit up straighter, because it gives the hamstrings a little bit of a break in the back of the thigh. So we're going to come into staff. We're going to press the hands into the mat. We're going to pull the toes up towards the knees. That's engaging the shins. So we're stretching the calves. We're pulling the kneecaps up towards the hips to engage the quads or the thighs. Nice length in the spine. We're engaging the core. So we're going to grab our strap, put it around the balls of the feet, keeping nice length in the spine. So we're activating between the shoulder blades. We're pulling those shoulder blades towards the spine, keeping a nice flat back. So this is going to intensify the stretch in your calves. And then we're going to spread the feet as wide as the mat here, and it depends on the width of your mat. This worked well for me. Or keep the strap around the ball of the foot if you can. And then it changes the stretch a little bit. So now instead of having the adductors of the hip so active, we're activating the abductors a little bit. And we're going to inhale and exhale, bend at the hip so you can reach the arms up if that feels nice. A little bend in the knee is totally fine. But you can come to the shin. You could grab just at the toes, just so you're having a little bit of contact there, or the outside. But you don't want to round the back, and especially don't hold it if you're rounding the back a little bit. So we're going to bring one knee up and cross it over. We're going to exhale as we twist. Now you could cross the elbow over the knee. This is just a gentle way to kind of stretch out those hip abductors and medial rotators just a little bit. Keeping nice length in the spine here. We're not crunching at the shoulders. We're keeping nice length in the neck. We're going to move our props out of the way here and get situated for a nice whole body side stretch. So we're going to come into banana pose. Come down onto our mat, and we're going to bring the hands. So I've clasped my hands together and then turned palms up. If that's comfortable, you can just bring your hands together, palms together. Either way is fine. And really focus the breath here on where it feels tight. And you'll be able to feel your body relax and some of that tension release. And it's a really nice stretch. It feels really good. And don't forget about the lower body. So we're engaging the hip adductor on the leg on this side and a little bit of the hip abductor on the opposite side. So we're stretching that whole side. And then we're going to repeat on the other side. So we're clasping the hands together and then turning palms up. That's going to allow a little bit more lateral rotation on the shoulder. So it's going to intensify that stretch. And really, you can change the hand position, and it will change how the pose feels a little bit. Depending on where you're tight, of course, will depend on where you feel it most.